What's up, everybody? What's good? What's going on? And welcome back to Damien After Dark, where we discuss all your favorite trashy reality TV shows that we're watching. And tonight we will be recapping Playboys New Orleans episode 4, season 2, episode 4 on Now That's TV. Okay. So, before we begin, before we dive right into it, if you're new here or you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there and get locked and loaded so you never miss a beat or when we post a new video over here, okay? Also, if you don't mind, click the thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm where more beautiful people like yourself can find me here and we can grow the family, grow the squad, keep this thing going, okay? Now, also, get in the comment section because I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this episode because it was a juicy one. Get in the comment section below. Join the conversation. I love hearing what you guys have got to say, and sometimes I'll respond back and we can talk about the show together. You know what I'm saying? Now, last but not least, if you would like to join the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list down there too for y'all that want to take that route, okay? Please be mindful that YouTube does take 50% of the money that you guys donate to us creators. So if you donate $10, YouTube will take 50%. They pimping us. They pimping us, baby. You know it's hard out here for a pimp. Whew, and he's trying to get his money for the rent. Okay? So this episode of Playboys New Orleans was pretty good. Aside from all the fighting that we get, there was some tea being spilled. We learned that a lot of these boys is fucking on one another. Fucking and sucking in the back seat of, sucking dick in the back seat of buses and fucking on one another. Now, as to be expected, right? If you watched my Bobby I Love You Purr, if you watched on Zeus Network, Bobby I Love You Purr, we recapped that show. And if y'all remember, I said, you can't put a bunch of men in a house together that like, you can't put a bunch of men that like men. You can't put a bunch of gay men in a house together and expect them not to be fucking on each other. It's like putting straight men and straight women in a house together. They gon' fuck, right? The same is with these boys on Now That's TV and this Playboy show. We learned some things tonight, and we're gonna get into that. So at the beginning of the episode, we saw where Cassie, one of the first things I remember from seeing this episode was that Cassie was telling one of the guys, or no, one of the guys was clocking him, trying to clock him for getting the, Cassie was telling the cameraman, hey, come over here, get this fight, right? Capture this fight. And somebody was trying to clock him on that and be like, oh, you know, you're trying to get camera time. And he was like, no, my friend over here, Jay Stacks, is fighting. Jay Stacks is fixing to line this fade up. And if Jay Stacks is fixing to line this fade up, I want the camera to catch it. Everybody else is fighting and it's getting caught on camera. And you know what? Bravo to you on that one, Cassie, because, you know, he said Jay Stacks is his friend and he wanted his friend's fight to be on camera. And it's not like these shows have decent or qualified producers, right? These people on these shows have probably never produced TV shows before. The producers, they're winging this shit. So the fact that Cassie is, you know, kind of ghost producing in a way, like, look, cameraman, get this over here, right? Because if he didn't, we'd be missing moments, right? We'd be missing certain fights, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm here for it. Now, Jay Stacks, is he a porn star or an OnlyFans star or something? I feel like I've watched one of his videos before. I don't know, but he's very handsome young man. He looks super young, like he's probably 20. It doesn't even look like he's legal drinking age, but he's very handsome young man. Jay Stacks, just fine young man. And Cassie, speaking of Cassie, this is no shade to Cassie, okay? So please don't take this as no shade, Cassie. Because I noticed he has like a lot of hyperpigmentation up here in his forehead area. So Cassie, if you're watching, hit me up because I can help you out, brother. I got some vitamin C face wash, 20% vitamin C. You ain't gonna find no face wash with 20% vitamin C in it. Vitamin C brightens the skin. We can get rid of that hyperpigmentation, boo. Hit me up, okay? And if you want to go even further, Cassie, if you want to really invest in your skin, I got something that can really, it's like a magic wand. the Lumi Spa. Just hit me up. And the reason why I say that is because Solid Too Hard, y'all know Solid Too Hard, he been watching our videos. Solid Too Hard commented on, I think, last week's video or the week before. So the boys be watching. That's why I said, Cashy, if you watching, hit me up. I can hook you up, you know. And I'm not shading him because we all have skin and we all have skin problems at some point in our life, whether it's acne, whether it's dry skin, oily skin, wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, you know, dry skin, whatever. We all have skin problems. Now we see Ruby and October. They get to fight, right? Apparently Ruby ran up on October and said, you needed that? That's something that I learned tonight too. It's like this new little slogan, this new, apparently like when somebody wants to fight you, maybe it's a New Orleans thing. You know, I don't know. But apparently when somebody wants to line the fade up or they want to fight, they say, you needed that? Or I need that. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need my lick. I need that, right? I'm learning the lingo. Now, Ruby, you're not giving Red Ruby the sleeves at this point. You're giving Little Red Riding Hood. That's what it's giving me. Because Ruby is annoying the fuck out of me. He's such a drama queen. I'm like, girl, we are exhausted. We are 4 episodes in and you still hollering, talking about you want to go home. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm through. I got a headache. I ain't ate. Like, just complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint. Girl, there's the dough. There it is. Walk out. Don't let the dough hit you where the good load splits you right up your ass. There it is. And I feel like we're still watching footage from episode 1. If you think about it, they're still in the same building, in the same room, doing the same shit. And we're on episode 4. It's literally one long, drawn-out scene chopped up into episodes. Like, can we get into the house? Can we get the boys into the house? Can we see the boys in New Orleans? Can we see them out on the town? Can we see them going to a dinner? Can we see them doing something besides being in these abandoned warehouses and these office buildings fighting? Hello? Is anybody else on the same page with me? Like, I just want some structure in a good show. Because right now, all I look at this show as is UFC for gay men. Fight night for the gays. And I mean, shit, if I don't want to see that, I can go to Bulldogs in Atlanta. Fuck. Hello? Now, Ruby says he doesn't want to fight for the 18th time. He says this, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. He says, you know, he's been in the most fights since he's been here, that his fights are going to go viral. And I'm like, no, baby, the only thing you're going to go viral for is being a drama queen. Like, and being annoying. Just leave if you're that unhappy, baby. And then Yari, Miss Yari. Now, I love me some Yari because Yari's confessionals, he be cracking me up in the confessionals. There's a few people who are the confessional queens this season, and that is Yari, that is Landon, and that is, what's old boy's name? Rich Zay. Those are the 3 confessional queens, in my opinion. And that's a compliment when I say confessional queens, kings, whatever you want to say. But they give the best confessionals to me, right? The confessionals are an integral part of a reality show. And if you go on one of these shows, not only do you have to be entertaining in the scene, but you have to be entertaining in your confessional, right? Quick-witted. You know, don't have rehearsed reads. Don't be trying to come in the confessional being Nene. Be yourself and just let it flow, right? And that's what these boys do. And I appreciate that. But Miss Yari clocked. Miss Yari clocked. I feel like there's something on my shirt. Maybe it's just from the way the camera is, but it looks like there's something on my shirt right there. Miss Yari clocked Ruby in the confessional. Because Yari said, you know, he's talking about he wants to go home, but he hasn't gone home yet. And the gag is, he ain't got no home to go to. That's what Yari said. Yari said it. I didn't. Yari said the reason why he ain't gone nowhere is because he ain't got nowhere to go. Baby. I low-key felt bad for Ruby in a way. But then at the same time, it's like you on this show popping your gums doing all this and you ain't even got a pot to piss in, a car to drive. You ain't even got a cell phone. Or he got a phone. He got a phone, but Yari said he even got he didn't pay his bill. Like he was using Wi-Fi because everybody else was posting on their Instagram and stuff while they were there. And Ruby didn't post one time because the building they were in didn't have Wi-Fi. But as soon as he would hit a hotspot up, he'd be posting. I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm not trying to shame nobody because look, folks, we in hard times, right? It can be any of us tomorrow out here on the streets, no home, can't pay our cell phone bill. I'm not shaming you. I've been there. I've been in places where I've wondered like, I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to lay my head tonight. Who am I going to ask? Can I crash on the couch, right? I've slept in my car one night or two before. I've stayed in hotels. I get it. The struggle is real out here. But Ruby, baby girl, you got your priorities fucked up. You out here on this show fighting for $2.50 when you need to have your ass at a job, clocking in, punching that clock, working, saving you some money, trying to get on your feet. Now, if Now That's TV was paying him a big bag, I would say, okay, he's here and he's working, but I know they ain't paying these boys no more than $1,000. Hell, y'all got 50 people on the cast. There ain't no way y'all can be paying these boys good. Y'all got to be paying them chump change. I bet they're lucky if they get 500 for real. Just to keep it a buck, they're lucky if they're getting $500 a pop. So I just don't get why he's there. Your priorities are all fucked up. That's probably why your cell phone is cut off. That's probably why you ain't got a home. That's probably why you ain't got a car or a pot to piss in. And like I say, it's no shade. I'm not shaming you. I don't wish any harm on you, Ruby. I hope you get back on your feet, and I hope all is well. Now, October had some sort of issue with Ruby. Apparently, he just wanted to fight Ruby because, or no, actually, was it October that ran up on Ruby or Ruby ran up on October? I don't remember. I think it was October ran up on Ruby, and Man got mad because Man and Ruby are friends. So Man got mad at October for running up on Ruby. So Man approaches October and says, "Why did you run up on Ruby, my friend?" And he says, because he wanted to fight. So Man's like, okay, well, now I want to fight. Now, we all know that Man is like, bitch, he's huge, right? When he ran up on October, bitch, that was like letting a bull out of the cage. Y'all know when you watch a rodeo and you let the bull out and people are trying to ride it, and that bull's like fucking bucking everywhere. It was like letting a bull out and there was a kitten out there in the middle. He was, I mean, it was like Godzilla. Like he ripped him apart. I felt bad for October. I low-key did, because I'm like, man, you know you was going to stomp that boy's ass. It low-key, like, I don't want to say it was bullying, because I don't know the context of it, because they say that October was bullying Ruby, but then again, I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments there, but I don't know. I don't really like what Man did, because you know that you're going to whoop this boy's ass. You're bigger than him. You obviously stomped him. He didn't stand a chance. He didn't get a lick on you. Maybe you should have just bitch slapped him one time. I don't know. I don't know. It was just like, ouch. I felt bad. I don't like seeing anybody get their ass beat, because that Man like beat his ass. That's what you call an ass whooping. And dude's mouth, October's mouth was so bloody. Man said, I beat his ass from October to December. That was funny, Man. I don't like you, Man, but that was funny. Man seemed like a big old bully. I don't know. Maybe not. Y'all tell me. Am I wrong for that? Let me know in the comments. Was Man justified for beating October's ass? Or do you feel like Man took it too far? Landon said, it's giving... That's why I said Landon's confessionals are funny. He said, it's giving Bigfoot. Get up on your good foot. And at one point, did y'all see, it looked like October's mouth was so bloody, and it looked like he was spitting teeth out. He went, he was going, I'm like, oh my God, did they knock his veneers out? But he got veneers. He got some pretty teeth, but they veneers. And y'all need better security, because there was a few times tonight throughout the episode where I heard several boys saying, where's security? Where's security? The security team needs to be on top of it because that's a very important and integral job on this show, especially a show like this where they are fighting more than they're speaking to one another. God forbid these boys talk their issues out. I mean, security, y'all need to be in place and be ready because had somebody not pulled that October boy away from Man, I fear that he would have ended up in the ICU. I fear that October, I mean, you got to be careful. He could have unalived that boy. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole production is shut the fuck down. Ain't no more show. I don't know if I want to say Man's a bully, but it just seems like he uses his size to bulldoze people that are smaller than him. Because October didn't stand a chance. It wasn't really a fair fight, in my opinion. He didn't stand a chance because of the size of Man. Now, I saw Almond tonight. In tonight's episode, Almond was running his mouth as normal, but somebody in my Baddies Caribbean live chat other night told me that Almond was fucking on Shamar. And y'all know Shamar. Scoliosis Shamar. Shaped like the letter S, Shamar. Letter P, whatever. No shade, but I'm trying to explain to you. Y'all know scary looking Shamar. No shade. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to best way I can to get it out. Almond fucking on what is wrong with y'all? I want to be like, is that taking advantage of a disabled person? But at the same time, I guess disabled folks need dick too. I guess Almond was desperado. I don't know. It's giving Clout move. It's giving Clout because a lot of boys be fucking on Shamar and hanging out with him for Clout. Now, Kobe sneaks up on D. Scott, as we see. We know that Kobe and D. Scott were in a relationship at one point. They're both from the Louisiana area. They were in a relationship, and Kobe comes up from behind and sneaks D. Scott and whop, right in the head. So they're fighting, and according to Landon, Kobe cheated on D. Scott, right, when they were in a relationship, and that's why they're here, because I guess they knew that they had drama, so they wanted these boys here, and that's why they're here. That's why they're fighting. Landon said, "We got a painter on the loose, bitch." Landon, get the fuck out of here. He said, "We got a painter on the loose, bitch." Not y'all making fun of Kobe for painting. At least he was honest. Fuck. Well, I take that back. He was honest in the confessional. Come to find out, he wasn't honest to the boys because one of the boys said he denied it. But I guess maybe he was embarrassed in the moment, so he denied it. I don't know. I'm looking at Kobe and D. Scott, and I'm like, first of all, cute couple. They are such a cute little couple. You already know how I feel about Kobe and his little patch on his eye. I think he is so cute. And D. Scott is cute too. He's fine as hell too. He's just a cocky little motherfucker. But I don't know. Something about his little cockiness make him even more fine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at y'all thinking, if y'all were in a relationship and y'all fighting like this, that had to be one hell of a DV relationship. And y'all know what I mean when I say DV. I don't want to say the words because I don't know if it's triggering to the YouTube system. But that had to be one hell of a relationship where y'all fought nonstop. Because y'all know, baby, homosexual relationships are the number one. I feel like when it comes to DV, they be fighting. I knew there was this criminal justice professor who was once a law enforcement officer, a cop, and he said that out of all of his DV calls that he got, every call that he got that he showed up to, most of them that were about someone fighting or getting into a fight, it was two gay males, just about every time. Not every time, but out of most of them. Now, D. Scott is sitting there chilling after the fight is over, and he starts popping off at the mouth towards the twins, right? D. Scott is sitting there after the fight with Kobe. The twins are over here. They eating, minding their business. And Kobe starts saying, telling them, y'all need to stop kikiing over there in the corner. Y'all need to stop doing all that little talking y'all shit and kikiing all that. And I'm just like, that's what I mean when I say he's cocky as hell, because it's like, who are you to tell the twins to shut up and stop kikiing? Like, why are you, like, I'm just confused. Why are you pressing these boys when they over here minding their business? Unless you heard them talking about you and they said your name or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can think of as to why he would have said, y'all need to stop kicking over. I don't know. But one of the twins wasn't having it, right? Not Zavo, but the other one. He wasn't having it. So he ran straight up on D. Scott. And wah, right? He did the 1-2. And Landon said that the twin knocked him in his shit. Which he implied which when I hear you knock him in your shit, I imply his face. But if you go back and look at it, he really hit him like right here. It looked like it grazed his chin, but it went, he hit him like right there. And then out of nowhere, we see this King Mao dude. I'm like, who the fuck is this? They just bring him in out of nowhere, and he's like, no jumping, no jumping, no jumping. I'm like, who are you? Wait, what? Now that's TV. Can y'all do a better job at introducing your cast members? Because gonna find out King Mao is from season 1, but for somebody like me who didn't watch season 1, y'all need to find a better way to reintroduce these cast members. Or at least put a little caption down there. King Mao, season 1 cast member. Something, to help us out. Because I was just like, who the fuck is this? I thought it was some random stray that walked off the street onto the set. And why is he wearing this big-ass crown on his head? I'm just like, that is giving cornball. How old are you, baby? Okay, queen, we see you. We see you, queen. Rich Zay is eating the confessionals up. I'm loving all of Rich Zay's confessionals. He's spilling the tea on all the girls. All the girls. He's spilling the tea on all of them. Now, all the girls get on... They all get on a Sprinter van or a charter bus, and they head to New Orleans. Now, I thought they were already in New Orleans, but apparently they were, I don't know, they were somewhere else. So they get on a Sprinter van, they head to New Orleans, and they're going to where they're staying, right? Now, in Kashi's confessional, he says that Landon sucked CJ's dick on the back of the bus on the way to the house. Well then, I love me a skanky bitch. Okay, Landon, you better suck that dick, girl. I love me a skanky old bitch. I'm trying to remember who the hell CJ is, though. I'm like, who is CJ? There's 50 cast members, y'all. Bear with me. I'm like, who is CJ? And then I'm like, after watching the episode, I think that's D. Scott. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Hell, they've called him Derek. They've called him D. Scott. They've called him CJ. I don't know. Y'all, please let me know. Who is CJ? I don't know who Landon. I want to know whose dick Landon was sucking. Now, based off of what we saw from the rest of the episode, it seemed like it was D. Scott because him and D. Scott were rooming together. D. Scott was trying to protect him and fight for him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But if I'm gonna be sucking anybody's dick on the back of that bus, it would have been Trey. Trey Coolin. Y'all know how I feel about Trey. That's my little boo. I got a little crush on Trey. But yeah. I'd be back there throat goating, baby. I'm just kidding. Not sorry. Now the boys that we talked about that got eliminated last week or the week before last, like Yari, which I don't understand why they would eliminate Yari when he's one of the only ones that bring the confessionals. But like Yari and October, those boys that they got rid of, they actually brought them back, which kind of confused me. I'm like, what was the point of telling them they were eliminated only to bring them back? But I guess it was like the shock value. They were trying to shock the boys. I don't know. Now, they get to New Orleans, and they get to their place. I wanted to see the outside of the place, but we didn't get to see it. I don't know if this is their permanent home or what, but it looks like a condo or apartments or some kind of hotel with suites. They're staying in a bunch of different suites, right? Because we saw elevators, so obviously they're in some kind of condos, suites, apartments. I don't know. They should have just rated a 10-bedroom house that had multiple beds in each room, right? Like I don't get why they got them in an apartment. Let's see. So the boys get in the house. The boys get in the house and they can't even get unpacked. They can't even get in the shower and wash their musty nuts and musty bussy. They can't even change their clothes from yesterday without fighting. I'm like, damn, can I sit down? Can I eat? Can I take a shower? Can I wash my ass? I don't like all the fighting. It's just nonstop. Landon goes to the twins' room and he wants to fight, right? And like I said, I love Landon's confessionals, but I wish he would stick to the confessionals and let that be his thing because he stays in a fight. Now, it's got him a lot of camera time. Maybe that's his intention. But it's like the fighting nonstop isn't sustainable as far as like entertainment. I don't want to watch you fight nonstop, Landon. Like, I don't know. It just seems like you be picking and you're just loud and extra and obnoxious all the time. And I don't know. It just gets a little old. You feel me? Um, so I guess Landon and D Scott are like a little couple in the house, or like fuck buddies or something. Cause like I told y'all, they're rooming together. D Scott tells Landon, you know, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. I'll fight these motherfuckers for you if they come here fucking with you. He's not gonna let anybody touch him. And then when Landon goes into the twins' room to confront them, D Scott, you know, swings on the twins first, almost like he's swinging for him. Y'all know what I'm saying? I don't know. Um, so yeah, he walks in there to the twins' room. D Scott does, and we see him. My ring light over here went out. We see D Scott swing on the twins, and I'm like, wow. Which I get it, because at first I was saying he was swinging on the twins for Landon, but I forget that D Scott has an issue with the twins. But I say he's a little brave, cocky motherfucker, because how you gonna swing on somebody, two people? How you gonna swing on two people that are on the same team? You ain't got no backup right there. There was nobody there to back him up. When I was like, where is Landon to back up D Scott while he's fighting the twins? Landon, you was mad that Trey Coolin wasn't around to fight the twins, but you was nowhere to be found when D Scott was fighting the twins. D Scott got some big nuts, okay? Big old nuts. He be running up on him and don't care. He don't give a fuck. Landon sucked on some big old nuts in the back of that bus, baby. Now, one of them twins, I don't think it was Zavo. I think it was the other one that calls himself Prince or whatever. Baby, he was walking motherfucking D Scott like a dog in that goddamn hallway. Walk him like a dog, walk him like a dog, walk him like a dog. He was walking him. Do you hear me? Now, one of the boys point out, it was Rich Zay. Was it Rich Zay? Is that his name? He points out in his confessional that Mal jumped in for D Scott, because we see, right, Mal keeps making this statement that I told y'all, if anybody jumps in, if anybody jumps, I'm jumping in. If anybody jumps, I'm jumping in. So Rich Zay claims that Mal jumped in on the D. Scott and Twins fight because that Mal and D. Scott are fucking. Okay, now this is what Rich Zay says. That's what Zay said. I didn't say it. Zay said it. He claims, he points out how Mal jumped in quick for D. Scott. And he says, we all think they fucking. I'm just like, D. Scott, baby, you get around, don't you? You got a Landon. Now you got, you got Landon. Like this, yeah, this weed be making me forget shit. You got Landon. You got, Mal. You got Trey, allegedly. We finna talk about that. Shit, I don't know. There's so many, hell. Now, Landon was walking down the hall, speaking of him, and, you know, he's arguing back and forth. They all been fighting and shit. One of the crew members, I heard, some lady on production told him, y'all gonna get us kicked out of here. And I'm just thinking, like, what did y'all expect? What did y'all expect bringing these boys into a hotel and putting them in a bunch of suites and they fight in the hallways and shit? You really thought everybody was going to go to their room, sit down and sing Kumbaya and hold hands? Fuck no. They've been fighting since they walked through the door. Of course. Of course. You can't blame the boys. This is what y'all wanted. I blame production for not having they shit tightened up. Now, speaking of everybody banging, now I told y'all the tea was spilled tonight, right? Yari says in his confessional that the twins are fucking. I said, my God. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from the tops of my motherfucking head to the bottom of my feet. And then Yari continues on, and he says, that's this new generation thing, you know, brothers fucking brothers, twins fuck. Wait, what? Hold on, pause, flag on the play, stop, rewind, take it back 2 times. Give me 50 feet. Ain't no brothers or nothing fucking over here, okay? Because when I think of the thought of my brother in a sexual way, bitch, I want to puke all over this camera screen right now. I thought they were, and I think one of my subscribers, I think, told me that they weren't twins. Then somebody said that they were. So I'm thinking that they're just fraternal twins because they do kind of look alike. You know, they do have, you know, they're the same complexion. They got the same little haircut. They're the same height. You know, they dress the same. You know, so I kind of played into it. I got it. Okay, they are twins. But apparently these 2 boys are just 2 boys that look alike that met and claim that they're twins. And tell everybody they twins, but they fucking. Is that not weird to you twins? I don't know if the twins might watch this or not, but is that not weird to y'all? Maybe y'all can clear it up, twins. Y'all come on the show. Y'all twins come after dark, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, twins. Because I want to know. The people want to know. I need answers. Y'all fucking? Y'all brothers? Or y'all in a relationship and y'all just dress alike and you tell people you twins? I don't know. Is it a kink? Like, I got questions, twins. Come after dark. I'll be nice, I promise. I'll be nice, because I've seen how y'all fight. I'll be nice, I promise. So Landon is pissed at this point at Trey. Because Trey did not have his back when the twins were fighting him and jumping him. Trey was nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, leave Trey alone. He don't bother nobody. He was probably smoking a blunt in the backyard. Wasn't thinking about no fighting. Leave my baby alone. Landon, leave him alone. You already... So what was sexy about the situation and what really gave it away that they were fucking, because one of the boys, allegedly, and Rich Zay spilled the tea again in the confessional tonight because he said that he walked in on Trey, Landon, and Solid Too Hard in the bed. Landon, you really the pass around, baby. No shade, no judgment. Get passed around like a hot potato, because there's some cute boys in that house. But you done had CJ, Solid Too Hard, Trey, uh, uh, who else? Shit, is that all of them? It's a few of them. Fuck, baby. Who child? It's one big fuck fest in that house. But Trey takes Landon in the bathroom and shuts the door. And I'm like, ooh, that was sexy to me. That gave away that there was something going on between them. That gave, like, you know, okay, you know, you my man, get in here, shut the door, let's talk without these cameras. Let me check you real quick. Let me get you in line since you acting motherfucking fool. Right? Because Landon was all in Trey's face, acting a fool. Acting like Trey just cheated on him or something. I don't know. He's that mad. Like, give Trey the benefit of the doubt that, you know, out of these hundreds of people in the motherfucking house, he was on the opposite side and didn't know what was going on. There's fights going on left and right. Maybe he benefit of the doubt for Trey. Right, Landon? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. At this point, I need a chart. We're going to make a chart of who's fucking who. It's going to be like a little pyramid. Names right here with little drop downs, another name drop down, because I can't keep up. Now, Landon says that he and Trey knew each other prior to filming, you know, so I don't know. Y'all read between the lines. I don't know if they were in a relationship. I don't know if they met on Grindr. I don't know if they were screwing. Landon, Trey, come after dark. If y'all watching, please let me come talk. Come talk, because I got questions. My lovely people here, my subscribers, they got questions too. We want to know some things. We got some things we want to know. And why didn't the cameraman go in the bathroom when Trey shut the door on... When Trey went in the bathroom with Landon and shut the door? Hello, we on a reality show. I get they want privacy, and they can have that privacy, but they gonna have that privacy with a camera in there, right? Where's the producer? That's why I say they don't have any qualified producers on this show. There are no real producers on this show. This is just random people producing it, because a real producer would have told the cameraman, get in that bathroom, get in that bathroom right now, and we would have went in there. Now, if they were using the bathroom or whatever, doing something intimate, obviously not. But they weren't. They were talking. So get in the motherfucking bathroom and capture this shit, right? We need the tea. We ain't here for them to have private moments. So next week, for next week's sneak peek, we see that Isaiah comes in. We all know Isaiah. Isaiah, you're supposed to be running this shit. You claim you're running this shit. He tells everybody, you know, if anybody in here disrespects my production, I'm going to beat your ass, and then I'm going to kick you out. I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm going to kick you out, right? And then, which I'm like, just like, it's so unprofessional, right? You're telling you're telling your cast you're going to beat their ass if they... But I guess he's a cast member too, so I guess the lines are blurry. I don't know. But then he calls the twins out, as we see in the sneak peek, and then he starts swinging on them. It's just confusing for him to want to be a CEO and to be running the show and running shit and telling people what to do. But then at the same time, you want to be the talent and you want to fight everybody. It's just like, how are you supposed to be able to conduct professional business with these individuals if you've got beef with them and they don't like you and y'all fighting and shit? You know what I'm saying? You need to pick a lane and figure out, do you want to be the talent and a reality star, or do you want to be behind the scenes and a CEO and a boss like that? Because right now, it's not a good look, baby, and it really shows that you're really young. You're 22, 23. And that's no shade to all my young people, because I know I got a lot of really smart, young 20-something-year-olds out there that are doing big things. But there are a lot of 21, 22, 23-year-olds that their age really shows that they haven't matured yet. And Isaiah is one of them. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of Playboys New Orleans Season 2, Episode 4. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with y'all. I've enjoyed recapping it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please get in the comment section and let me know your thoughts and opinions on the episode. And what y'all think of all these boys fucking and sucking and dipping and doing? Do y'all think that Landon and what's his name? Scott. D. Scott, y'all think they're in a relationship? Or do y'all think, well, what do y'all think about Miss Landon? Miss Landon, bopping around there, doing his little thing, his little 1-2. What are we thinking about the season so far? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And don't forget, if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, click that subscribe button right down there. Also, if you don't mind, click the thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm where more amazing, beautiful people like yourself can find me here, okay? And if you want to donate to the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I'll also post my Amazon wish list for anybody that wants to take that route, okay? Don't forget to tune into the Baddies Caribbean after show Sunday nights on the Damien After Dark channel at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. And the Damien After Dark podcast is airing June 2nd right here on the channel. Sunday, June 2nd at 9:30 Central. It will be taking the place of the Baddies Caribbean after show. Don't worry, we'll still be talking about Baddies Caribbean, but it will just be inside of my podcast, okay? So I hope you guys will tune in for the podcast June 2nd. We're going to be talking all things pop culture, celebrity gossip, hot topics, politics, world news, relationships, sex, and so much more. You can even ask me questions, and I'll give you my advice in my Ask Damien segment that I'm going to be doing. I'm so excited, and I hope you will join me. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode now and recapping Playboys with me. And we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.